Everybody keeps telling me how my story's supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Hey guys, it's Chris, and in today's video, I'm reviewing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Today's video is sponsored by Raise Energy by Rep Sports. Their website will be in the description. Use my coupon code, you'll get 15% off on all items on the website. Demand more. Be more. Let's get into it. In Brooklyn, on Earth 1610, Miles Morales encounters the Spot. The Spot was an Alchemax scientist that worked at Alchemax before he was the Spot. So now in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Peter B. Parker and Miles Morales, they sneak into an Alchemax facility. And when Miles is running out of the facility, he throws a bagel at an Alchemax scientist, and that same scientist was the Spot. The Spot was there when the collider exploded in the first one. Because of that explosion, the Spot was created. The Spot tried sending a spider to Earth 42, but it accidentally escaped and bit Miles. So if you technically want to think about it, the Spot created Miles Morales, and Miles Morales created the Spot. So what the Spot does, he goes to all these different dimensions, absorbing all the collider's power so he can get more and more powerful. And he does this for about the first half of the movie. And once he kind of just goes away and, all right, Miles, I'll see you back at home, says something like that, and he vanishes. He gets all the power from all these different colliders, and he just, boom, vanishes. And once Miles breaks Canon event, that's when Spider-Man 2099 becomes the main villain of Across the Spider-Verse. So it makes me believe that the Spot, we learned about his origin story in this one, but he's going to be the main villain in Beyond the Spider-Verse. Because the second half, Spider-Man 2099, he's the main villain. Miles messes up a Canon event, and the Spider Society has to come repair the damage to the dimension. The Spider Society is basically this group that Spider-Man 29 created, and it's like a massive group of all these spider people. Miles Morales, Gwen, and Hobie get invited to the Spider Society HQ on Earth 928. And it's basically this massive complex where hundreds of spider people reside. They hang out in the complex. And this whole sequence alone is just filled with Easter eggs. I mean, I watched the featurette, and they literally said, for the spider people, they rendered or designed 200 to 300 different spider people for this one scene. And, there's so many Easter eggs in this sequence, especially when the Spider Society is chasing Miles through the complex. There's just so many different spider people. I'm going to point out my favorite. Spider Cat, the Spider T-Rex, the Spectacular Spider-Man. There was a lot of Easter eggs in this sequence that I liked, and there were so many that I'm just pointing out my favorite. When he jumps over a hologram of Doc Ock, hello Peter, No Way Home, hello Peter, that was definitely a reference to No Way Home. So this sequence is just filled with so many Easter eggs, and it's actually a really fun sequence in the movie. It's towards the end, it's definitely during the final act, but it was just an Easter egg filled sequence that if you just paused at every sequence, you could point out an Easter egg in that scene, and it was a fun sequence, I thought. I really liked it. And this is also where Miles learns about canon events, and something I really liked that somebody pointed out on Twitter, and after I watched it in the movie, I was like, yeah, that is a canon event. And one of Venom's canon event is Tobey Maguire's, his Spider-Man is always meant to get the symbiote. So that's a canon event for Venom. Regardless, that is always going to happen. Spider-Man's Tobey was always going to get the symbiote suit because it's a Venom canon event. I did like that Easter egg. You see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man where he's kneeling down in front of Gwen Stacy's dad, Captain Stacy. He died in the first Amazing Spider-Man 1 movie. So I like how they reference Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. They reference Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. The sequence is just filled with so many fun Easter eggs, and it's just a great sequence and definitely a highlight of the film. At the end of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, 2099 goes to the animated cartoon, and he does the iconic meme, no, you're Spider-Man, and they actually recreate that in Across the Spider-Verse. So 2099's like, capture Spider-Man. And they're like, you, me. You. So I really do like how they basically expanded that iconic meme with all these hundreds of different spider people, just like, capture Spider-Man. Well, they're all named Spider-Man 2099. You gotta specify. Miles Morales. Man, this sequence was just one of the best sequences throughout the whole film, in my opinion. Like, I could see why a lot of it was in the trailer, because it was just filled with so many Easter eggs that even hardcore fans and even casual fans are gonna enjoy. There are a few shocking moments in this action-packed Spider sequel. Miles Morales learning that on Earth 42, that version's Prowler is actually Miles Morales. Miles beating 2099 during the train sequence. Spider-Man 2099 telling Miles Morales that he was the original anomaly. Like, he was the original anomaly, and that spider that was supposed to go to Earth 42 was actually never supposed to bite him. So Miles Morales was never supposed to be Spider-Man. That's a little harsh, 2099, don't you think? Like, wow, Miles was the original anomaly. So all these different anomalies that accidentally get sent to these different dimensions, and the Spider Society has to capture them, Miles Morales was the original one. So none of this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't because of Miles Morales. The spider that has bit Miles Morales has been nothing but a web of consequences so far. Overall, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has the action, the humor, and emotion you would expect from a Spider-Man movie. The animation styles, again, are visually stunning. The movie begins with Gwen, but this is 100% a Miles Morales movie. Miles Morales is growing up, and he's learning more and more how to be a better Spider-Man. And of course, he's learning more about the Spider-Verse, or Arachnan humanoid polyverse. This is the second in the Spider-Verse trilogy, and don't expect this one to end on a satisfying conclusion. This one does end with a cliffhanger ending. So, like I said, it ends setting up a third one. I'd give Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse an A. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.